Welcome back to another episode of Parts and Pieces. And today on Parts and Pieces, we're going to be going over a cool figure that I came across not even meaning to do. But it worked out perfect because right now I've been buying the Quick Kick and Beachhead Night Force set for $35. I've been breaking those bodies down, and guess what I end up with? A lot of Beachheads, no pun intended, and a lot of Quick Kick heads and just other extra little parts for them. So I was trying to make another figure, being that I fell in love with the 60th anniversary camo pants because they have a low ankle cut and you can put tennis shoes on them. And went to another direction, and this Quick Kick head was laying around with the neck, popped it on there. There we have it. We have Wu-Tang Quick Kick. One of my cleanest Wu-Tang figures. Just one of my cleanest Kit Bash custom figures, period, man. So, on this episode, we got a bunch of parts and pieces. Like I said, I film these things sporadically. What you will see here towards the end, if you're looking to put water slides on, figure out how I put that water slide on the Wu-Tang symbol on the chest. I'll definitely have that on the end. And then we'll also be doing some Ritt dye. As you can see here, my man Quick Kick is a little bit darker in shade, so you'll see how I Ritt dyed those arms. Those are the key points in this video. They're towards the middle, which will be about the 9 mark on up if you're interested in that. But if you want to kind of see the whole process, what I was doing, how this man came about, watch the whole video, that's cool with me. But those are the key points in this video. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so today we got my boy Quick Kick here. I started off wanting to do something else, but ended up going this direction because I had a Quick Kick head and neck laying around, being that I brought some of the Night Force packs for really cheap. It ended up working out really good on his body. You see, I got some purple shoes on his feet now, which is the Ja Morants that I dyed. But I said, you know what? Let me put those red Jordans from the starting lineup line on him, and I bet this will look great. So, what I wanted to do first, though, was kind of switch up his skin tone. Get him a little bit, darker, like right here. Like, you give him almost a yellowish, orangish skin tone. Give him some more life behind his flesh. And I put the red Jordans in there in the orange yellow mix of Ritt dye, but it's not going to take. It's just too dark of a color for it to overtake red. So I got my results here, looking pretty good. Got the arms, got the head and neck on, got the red Jordans on. He official now. I'm definitely feeling him. I'm glad I went this way. Now, I forgot to Ritt dye the extra hands he got, because in the Night Force pack, and just Quick Kick in general has extra hands that come with it. You got the karate chop, you got the fist here. So I had already poured out my Ritt dye. This may have been a day later or whatnot, so I had to mix up another batch. And for me to get this Quick Kick skin complexion, more of this yellowish color, I put 2 parts yellow Ritt dye and 1 part orange. As you can see here, you see the drastic difference from the original complexion of Quick Kick to what I Ritt dyed him. That Ritt dye gives your action figure so much character. It looks like it's blood behind the flesh. So basically, that's what I wanted to do. As you can see here, I got my yellow Ritt dye again, and I also got my orange. I was running out of yellow. I probably had maybe 2 teaspoons left of the yellow. So you don't see me measure it up here. I just kind of pour it in, but it's always 2 to 1. You know what I'm saying? So put the 2 teaspoons of yellow in. As you can see there, that's all I had left. That's pretty much maybe a little bit less or maybe a little bit more than 2 teaspoons, but it's not a lot. It's very, very easy for that Ritt dye to take on plastic that it's going to take on. I don't care if you're turning somebody African American. Once it's in that water for about 2 or 3 minutes and it's synthetic Ritt dye, then it's going to take. Trust me, I've done it. I've turned somebody African American. The first time I did it, it was like, whoa, that went really, really quick. But you see how much orange I put in? Not a lot. I want that orange to be almost kind of an undertone. Almost kind of a sunburnt undertone under the skin. And once I get my steaming hot water where I want it at, and that's when I'll do my stir and mix up. Because like I said, you want that color to be distributed evenly. You don't want blotchy color. So that's it on the yellow Ritt dye. Just basically throwing that out. Water got some steam coming off of it, and that's what you want. You want hot water. The hotter the better. Definitely the Ritt dye will take with the super hot water. So you see me stirring it up. Make sure it's getting stirred and the color's getting distributed the right way. From this point on, when I started stirring, this is all in real time here. And I kind of left it in real time so you guys can have an idea on how long it takes. So you see me gathering up the hands here. Right there, the karate chop hands, the fist hands, and I put them in the Ritt dye and I give it a little stir. Now, with arms and legs, things that have joints, if you got the arm straight, leave it in for a minute and then take that arm out, bend it. That way so the Ritt dye can get inside of the joints, whether it's a leg or an arm. With these right here, they're just hand pieces, you know, so I can just drop them in. Now, there is a little joint that moves on as far as the peg, but I'm fine with it. I'm cool with that. It'll just be a little small thing, man. But anything that Ritt dye isn't exposed to, then it's not gonna get Ritt dyed. Perfect example. I left the trigger finger hands on Quick Kick arms when I Ritt dyed those, and when I pulled the pegs out, they still had that kind of almost just Caucasian complexion to them, man. So that's just the key thing to note. And like I said, synthetic Ritt dye. They sell it at Walmart. You can get it there in the arts and crafts aisle. But make sure it's synthetic. If it's all-purpose dye and it don't say synthetic on it, it's not going to work. It's not going to take like how this stuff takes. You got to be careful with this stuff too, because it definitely will stain anything you leave it on. So the hands are almost ready. You know, I'm just trying to stir up, make sure I got a good mix, because the biggest thing about this is I have to match it to something I previously done. Anything you Ritt dye, you want to make sure you Ritt dye everything at one time. But I kind of got it down on how many parts on this complexion that I needed. So, you know, thank God they came out, you know, the same color, not too orange or not too yellow. They pretty much on point. They pretty much matched up from what I did a day earlier. But like I said, it's hard on this because you're not necessarily turning somebody super dark. You're just trying to get a certain skin tone, which is yellowish orange. I pulled that hand out just to check to see what it looked like, and it just wasn't quite there for me. As you can see, I'm adding just a little bit of orange to it because I think I felt like it needed to be oranged up a little bit. And I'm gonna do my stir again, but it's not gonna take long to get to where I need it to be. It's already been in there, plus adding the orange, that's giving it the hit that I need. Then I'm about to hit it with some more hot water. That's a key too, you know, just, you know, heat it up again. Get your stir on, because it doesn't take long after this for me to find the complexion that I was looking for. But like I said, they came out quite well. They matched up pretty good. And it's just a great idea, you know, for Quick Kick to give him his own individualism. You know, taking that figure to the next level. This is real time, by the way, you know, so I'm just letting it sit so you can see how long this whole thing process probably took 3 minutes. And just because it's hands doesn't mean that it won't do it for the arms, the head, and neck. That all takes about 3 minutes for it to change over. If you got it mixed up right, you got your water hot, and it'll definitely give you the complexion or color that you're looking for. And that right there, I can already see, you know, that's what I was looking for. And then match it up fine. I'm ready to pull the rest of the pieces out. One last stir. I know I got what I needed, so I turned the hot water off. Don't need that no more, just in case I had to add something. We ready to pull these hands out now. So you guys see right here, definitely matching up
against the old skin tone as well. Did it a couple of days apart, turned out pretty good.
Alright, so this is for those who's wondering about the flat matte spray. I'm gonna use the Hobby Mr. Super Clear because I just want to get rid of it. I think I'm gonna be more of a Tamiya guy. But you can see here I got the Wu-Tang water slide. It still look like real shiny and shit. And I got one on his leg. I'm not gonna use a lot, but you know, I'm gonna use enough to go ahead and knock this down, get that matte off of there. You know, when I say that matte, I mean not get that gloss off of there. So see here, nothing crazy. I ain't gonna do the front because I still need to put some water slides on the front. Really what I'm aiming for is just to lock this Wu-Tang logo in. So that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let it dry from that, and I'll probably hit it again like that.
Alright, what I'm about to do now is I'm about to put my Wu-Tang symbol on the chest of Quick Kick here. And I've had that water slide submerged in water for only about a minute. That's all it takes, about 1 minute. Sometimes not even that long. You don't want the water super hot because it'll make the water slide come off too early, and just, you know, you don't want it hot. Keep it room temperature. And as you can see there, once I got the water slide to move, and that's what it is. You got to check while it's in the water. Is it ready to move and slide off? Don't lose it in the water either. But pull it out, get your finger up under it, pull it out, and see if it slides off the paper. And just like how this did. I maybe have a couple of minutes to try to deal with this before it dries up, or you start to rip and tear your symbol there. But as you can see there, I pretty much got it set right where I want it. The biggest thing now is just to kind of keep it there, kind of get that water from up underneath it, almost kind of like when you put window tint on. Like you got to squeeze that water and make sure it's on there good. I put water on the chest so the symbol can slide around and I can be able to do what I need to do, just like I'm doing on this ball of this arm here. Once I get these set to where I want them to be at, just like the previous one, when you see me spray the back there, that's what I'll do to seal these. Or you can use micro sole. Some people use micro set to put on, but water works fine for me for these water slides to slide. Now you see there's a thin film. Another thing about this too, these Wu-Tang symbols are white toner. That means white toner water slides show up on color. When a water slide says clear, you need to put that on something with a white background. But white toner will show up on anything. I get these from Diamond Dale's Decals on eBay. They run about $5 a sheet, which is superb for white toner water slides. They usually cost a little bit more. But I had to play with this a little bit because I got it to go around. I had to get it to go around the ball of the shoulder. But you know, I finally get it set, and then you see what you see here, what was about to come up, man. After I hit it with the spray, you know, and let it dry and seal out. But I'll have more episodes where I'm working with water slides, but this is just a little peek at what goes into it, man. Make sure you set them right, and once you get them in position, don't mess with them. Put some micro sole on them, or you can spray them with the clear, any type of clear coat you're looking for to get them to set and seal and stay there. Make sure all the water is squeegee from up under it before you set it.
All right. That was another great episode of Parts and Pieces. We got more coming. If you didn't necessarily see me boil in this video, go back and check some earlier videos or check the ones coming after this, because there's always going to be some boil and pop. There's always going to be some Ritt dyeing. There's always going to be some painting up. So that's what this series is about, Parts and Pieces. Just beginners. I'm a beginner myself. Just showing people, you know, how we do the kit bashes, how we boil and pop, the trials and errors. Sometimes creative direction goes another direction, basically. And that's what happened with this, and we ended up with something great. But this is the Savage Land. If you can, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, man, go ahead and subscribe. If you're into this right here, I have plenty more. This will be my main thing, actually, this year, just kit bashing and customizing figures. But with that being said, we do this for the love and beauty of G.I. Joe Classified and also kit bashing their figures. And until the next time, God bless. Appreciate you.